Sanam Namaste. So I haven't done a video in a while because I've been in a sort of cocoon in a petri dish. So I haven't felt the divine inspiration to share a message. But here I am today, so the inspiration is here. And this is a good teaching to know that there's the rhythms, there's a time for everything. So there's a rhythm for expression and there's a rhythm for going deeper internally into the self. So I want to talk about kindness. Kindness. So kindness is one of the legs that's holding up the Aquarian Age. So it's really easy to be kind to people who are kind to you. True? Right? When somebody is kind to you, you naturally want to be kind to other people. That's easy. That's not a challenge. What I want to talk about is being kind to those who are not kind to you. Being considerate of those who are not considerate of you. To be fair and just to those who are not fair and just to you. Now there's a spiritual test. So the challenge really is about choice. And the choice is, are you going to stay true to your character? So your character relies on your values. So if you value kindness and compassion, will you stay true to those values? And you'll be tested. That's what the universe does to us in this earth school, is continually test us. So as teachers and leaders of the Aquarian Age, and if you're watching any Catalyst Yogi videos, that goes without saying. You're a teacher and leader and healer of this new age, whether you agree with that or not consciously. So, as a leader, you must extend kindness to others who do not deserve it. They may not deserve your kindness. They may not deserve your compassion. But that's none of your business if they deserve it or not. Your business as a leader is to extend that to all. So why then? Why do we have to be kind to people who aren't kind to us? It doesn't make any sense to the ego, because for very selfish reasons actually, to extend kindness to another person, whether they deserve it or not, that kindness is returned to you tenfold. So it's for very selfish reasons that you be kind to other people. And as a teacher, leader, and healer of the Aquarian Age, people are looking to you. And sometimes we're put in situations, where we're surrounded by this unkindness because people are watching us. People are watching you and how you respond to these situations, these challenging situations. So if you continually commit to your character, commit to those values of compassion and kindness towards your fellow beings, by your actions and your words and your grace, people are going to see that. And they're going to learn from you. And ultimately, you're not doing this to prove your worth to anybody, whether that's a teacher or an authority figure in your life, or even God. You don't have to prove yourself even to God. You're doing this for you. It's you that has to look in the mirror each morning. You have to feel good about how you handle these challenges in your life. You have to feel good about your yesterday. And if you don't feel good about your yesterday, you make a correction and begin again. There's like ample opportunities for us to change and to grow and to evolve. So in terms of character, do you notice what we do as humans to celebrities or any other person who's achieved a sense of success or fame? Is we put them on a pedestal and then we rip them down. And that's what's called character assassination. So character is something you really want to protect, your character in the Aquarian Age, because character assassination can destroy you. And there's snipers. I call them snipers. And the sniper knows exactly the weak point, your weak point, and will shoot you there. And your weak point is where you don't love yourself. Your weak point is where you don't know yourself, right? To love yourself is to know yourself. Your weak point is where the ego lives, right? And the ego lashes out in defense, right? So showing equally, if that person is unkind to you, the ego will be equally unkind to that person to get back, to be right. So in my own personal experience, I've attracted several people in the last 6 months or so that I would not consciously choose to spend any time with. Yet here they are in my personal field of consciousness, right? Here we are, stuck together. So these people that I've attracted into my life, they don't value me, they don't see me, they misunderstand me, they misinterpret my words and my actions. And they also viciously express their dislike of me. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true and it's my experience. And I'm not here to rant about it, but I'm here to share what I've learned through this experience. And most importantly, they've projected their shadow on me. So just a refresher for people who don't know what a shadow is, it's that part of us that we judge and we bury deep inside of us. It's a disowned self. And then we project it onto other people, right? So there's shadow projections happening all the time, all over the world. So you can Google shadow and catalyst yogi. I talk a lot about it in other videos. So there's no such thing as coincidences in life, right? The universe is not random. The universe is very purposeful in who comes into our field of consciousness. So remember that, right? These people are coming so we can learn something about ourselves. So during these times, I've witnessed my own mind, and the mind will go one of two ways, okay? First way, judgment. That's a huge default for people, is the mind goes into judgment. So pointing out all the flaws in that other person, pointing out the imperfections, which is really easy when a person is being unkind to you. And so when you extend this judgment, when you go into that state of judgment, you will attract judgment back to you. So it doesn't really work. And the judgment is like a wall that's put up, right, by the mind, so that you don't have to go into the feelings. And if you do not know yourself, if you do not love yourself, you'll stay in judgment, because there's deep feelings. There's deep feelings of betrayal, deep feelings of hurt, deep feelings of guilt, right? To be clear, so that you don't take on the projection of other people. So the second way that the mind goes is take it on, right? And this is where you take on the projection of other people and you start to see yourself through their eyes, right? So you buy into their projection. Yes, they're right. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. You can see the theme here. If you don't know yourself, you can be swayed back and forth into judgment and then self-judgment. So to love yourself is to know yourself. And when you see yourself through someone else's eyes, this only creates more self-hatred within you. And it also doesn't serve you or that other person, because you're taking on their self-hatred. You're taking on their work to do in this lifetime. So what's the lesson here? The spiritual lesson is always love. Okay? So the lesson is to love yourself. The lesson here is to know yourself. So loving yourself does not mean to not take self-responsibility. Okay? So if that person is telling you things like, you know, you make a lot of noise when I sleep, you're not considering me, that's not projection. That's called divine confrontation, which I have a video about. Just Google it. And it means to make a correction in your behavior, to apologize, make the correction in your behavior, and move on. That's a form of self-love. This video is about total 100% projection. So you want to love yourself and you want to love that other person. So loving that other person does not mean that you get walked all over. Loving that other person means to accept them. Let them have their judgments of you. Let them have their opinions of you. Let them have it all. And you do this by not expending a lot of energy defending yourself. Okay, that's a waste of your energy. Because if someone's mind, because we're talking really about another person's mind, not their essence, right? Their essence is love and light. Their mind is black, right? So you're not going to be able to change their perception of you, right? If they're locked in to this hatred, their own self-hatred, you can't change them, right? This is how they view the world. And also remember that these projections are just thoughts. They're thoughts from the mind and they can't harm you. Thoughts cannot harm you unless you buy into them, right? Unless you start to believe them. So go back to the original lesson, which is to love yourself. And love yourself cannot be a mental construct. Oh yeah, whatever, I love myself, right? That's not going to work. That's not going to heal the problem. You need to drop down into the heart and feel the frequency of love for yourself. So in order to get into that space, you need to let go of all these false beliefs that you may have about yourself, that somehow that person is right. Okay? So once you drop into that frequency of love and really love yourself, like from a feeling, emotional level, then it will be very natural for you to extend that love to other people, right? You can't give what you don't have. You'll be able to extend that compassion to other people. It'll be easy for you. You won't be so invested in that other person to change, so you can feel okay about yourself. It won't matter to you. So as you raise in frequency through your spiritual work, you will attract these projections. Guaranteed, you will attract these projections upon you. You will be like a big projector screen for other people to project. You know, they'll put you up in the clouds on a pedestal, or they'll want to bury you in the ground. So neither projection is true. And it's very rare to find a person that can actually see you, right? That can actually see you in reality. That's so rare. Unless that person has done their spiritual work, which means to own, right? Take responsibility for their own shadow and their projections, and also take responsibility for their greatness as well. So my parting message to you is to simply stay true to your character. And this commitment can be like you're recommitting to this values of kindness and compassion minute by minute. It can be like that. Okay? So here's a powerful Kundalini Yoga meditation to bring more kindness into your life, so that you can be kind to yourself first and then extend that outward. And this was a very secretive meditation. This was left to us by Yogi Bhajan, the master of Kundalini Yoga. And he instructed us to treat this with reverence. So this meditation, this is the old way, right, in India. He had to walk barefoot 5 miles every day for a month to deliver rice pudding to this particular master. And then the master gives him, okay, you've proven your worth. Here's the meditation for kindness, right? And here we are in the Aquarian age, and you just Google how to deal with people who don't like me, right? And then boom, up comes this meditation on YouTube. Just love technology. So it's called Bandhu Dia Kriya. So Bandhu means brother or comrade, and Dia means kindness, and Kriya means action. Okay? So this meditation takes you into your most excellent self, right? The highest potential of who you are in this lifetime. And it raises you above time and space so that ordinary life and these ordinary challenges seem very small. Okay? So please practice this meditation and send it to this message to anyone in your life that you feel would benefit from this. And also leave your comments too underneath the video. Okay. Satnam, everyone.